doing? Charlotte Noir, come on in, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a fun live stream. What we're going to do today and what we're going to do for the next, 13 days is we're going to just play y'all's games. We're going to play 3 games today, and we're going to talk about what we love. We're going to talk about maybe what we don't love so much. And the goal here, what is the goal? The goal is to be able to make the developers of these games feel horrible about themselves. So let's make sure we do that and do it well. No, the goal is to make them feel great about themselves, but to offer constructive criticism and help them. We want them to be able to make their game better. Okay, so it's one thing to have a YouTuber who acts like he knows what he's talking about to give you constructive criticism. It's another thing to have, thousands of people in the chat offering feedback as well. So this is really for the developers. We're trying to help the developers. And by the way, I do kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm on my 3rd commercial release. These are actually some physical copies of some games I've made in the past. This is called Pinstripe. This one's called Neversong. This one's cool. It's a box. Cool little box. And I'm working on my 3rd commercial release with 3D Realms called Twisted Tower. Just to give you some credibility, I guess, just a little bit of credibility as to maybe why I do these streams. I'm not perfect, but I do have some wisdom, a little bit. So, and by the way, I want to say a huge thank you to Benji Flaming, Leonardo, James, Sergi, Dbert 3D, Bryce, Thomas, Michael, Christopher, and Michael. Welcome to Full-Time Game Dev. And by the way, if you want to get a shout out tomorrow in the live stream, feel free to check out my biggest sale I've ever done. This is the biggest one. It really, truly is. It's 50% off my massive program called Full-Time Game Dev. I have over 4,500 students, which is nuts. Over 4,500 students worldwide. And if you want to get 2D Art Pro and my 3D Art Pro and my YouTube Game Dev course and my Stream My Game course, which teaches you how to get streamers to play your game. If you want to get all of those for free and then 50% off Full-Time Game Dev for Black Friday, check it out below. The link is in the description. This sale event really does end in 12 days. And there's less than 100 seats available. I think there might be like 90 left. These seats do sell out and they are going to sell out. So if you want to join, check it out below. And by the way, if you're a student in the chat, let me know what you think about the program. Here's the thing. Okay. And then I'll shut up, I promise, and we'll get to the games. If you want to learn not only 2D art, 3D art, how to do YouTube content as a game developer, how to get streamers to play a game. Yeah, you're going to learn all of that. But in Full-Time Game Dev, what you're going to learn is you're going to learn how to hit the Steam front page, how to get funded on Kickstarter, how to get a publisher to fund your game, to fund your demo so that you can go full-time. And obviously, you're going to learn how to actually code and how to make games in Godot, Unity, or Unreal. Any engine you want to learn from, it's in the course. You can just pick whichever one you want to learn. It's a massive program, and you can go at your own pace. So if 2026 is important to you to learn game dev, if that's what one of your New Year's resolutions is, let's get started early. Check it out below. See if it's something you're interested in. Okay, guys, let's see here. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing a live stream. Oh my goodness. We're not shilling courses anymore. Here, let's see here. All right. In complete honesty, I joke about shilling courses. It does support the channel and it supports Twisted Towers development, which really means a lot to me. But also, hey, proof's in the pudding. Over 4,500 students and plenty of students in the chat always show up saying how much they're happy with the course. So let's take a look at the first game here. It's called Bayaya. Bayaya. Bayaya? One of the 3, or Bayaya. Did I say that? This game made me laugh. It has a silly Shrek kind of flavor to it. And I want to play it. Is this in Slovak, by the way? Oh, this is great. I like Slovakia. Anyone in Slovakia right now in the chat? Anyone from Slovakia? Hey, Mr. Uv, Mr. UV's a student. I love Slovakia. I went to Slovakia on a mission trip 2 years ago and then 3 years ago and did a fun little English camp. It was really really fun. And I met so many cool Slovaks. But I didn't even realize this is a Slovak game. Let's take a look at the trailer and the Steam page and offer our constructive criticism. Visually, this game, it makes me smile. There's something really odd. And if the developer didn't want to make an odd game, I'm sorry, but you did. It looks very odd. Do not change a thing in terms of the visuals. It makes me smile. Look, I feel so smiley about this whole thing. It's got an odd shininess to it, and that makes me smile. I love odd shininess. A story-driven fairy tale adventure with relaxing life sim elements. Explore a handcrafted world. Help villagers through honest work and follow the journey of Prince Bayayaya and his talking horse. So there's literally no hook here. Not really. I can't imagine it's going to go viral unless it's just hilarious and just really odd. But I don't think there's much here that makes it stand out other than it just makes me laugh. There's not really a gimmick in terms of the mechanics from what I could see in the trailer, but it makes me laugh. So let's go ahead and take a look and play this game. You guys ready? By the way, can you guys hear me? Wait, am I peaking? Is the volume peaking? It is peaking. Why didn't you guys say something? Thomas, you're peaking, dude. Okay. Let's play Bayayaya. Bayayaya. Delicious coffee. Orbis. Wait, you guys can't see that. There we go. Okay, so this game is not made in Unity. It's probably made in Unreal. I can't hear anything. I can't see my mouse either. This is... Volume's all right? Okay. Is it good now, guys? Yeah, sorry, I was seeing that it was peaking. So this is definitely Unreal because it's having trouble going full screen. Okay, there's our sound. Whoa. Okay, here we go. This is wild music. Let's just... there's something so human about this, and so alien at the same time. I love games like this that just feel so interesting and strange. Okay, so I can't see my mouse, so I'm gonna have to use my keyboard. I think those are either Czech or Slovak names. Andres Spinell, Jacob, and Jiri, and Miro. I did say that right, by the way. Miro. Okay. I can't go back. Okay, here we go. No, we can't go back. I had to click to go back, which is strange. New game. Here we go. I feel like this might be a broken game, but we'll see. What in the world? Why can't you guys see what's going on? It's frozen. Whoa. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to show you guys what you can't see it because it's freaking Unreal. Or this might even be a custom engine. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Oh my word. What is happening? Okay. Okay, it's frozen, so I'm going to try a different method here. It's definitely a difficult game to stream. We're going to do game capture, maybe? We're going to capture a full screen application. By demo. Oh my. Guys, I can't capture anything. Okay. What? I really want to capture this, guys. I'm trying. Okay, let's try again. You just saw it. I know, that's what I'm doing. So I originally captured the whole desktop, and it's just frozen. Look. You can't see it. What is happening? So I wish I could show you guys. Okay, we're gonna have to... This is a huge problem. Developers need to test their game on every monitor possible. 2-screen setup, 1-screen setup, widescreen, ultra wide, 3-monitor setup. So we're gonna have to cancel this game. I'm sorry to the developers. Bayaya. We'll try and play it again, but we're gonna move on to the next game, which is what was it? Crude Survivor. This is another Unreal game, just the way it looks. Let's take a look actually at the Steam page. Let's see here. Is this the developer?
New emote, I like it. Very cool.
No, that's a different streamer.
And I don't think I can afford anything else with $150. Nope.
Cool. Looks pretty cool. Let's watch the trailer. It's called Crude Survivor. Cool. Looks pretty slick. Looks a little asset-y, which is not necessarily a problem. Turn this down. Okay. Sweet. Got a leaderboard. Start game. 1 for damage turret, 2 for stun turret. Let's take a look here. Press K to start the next wave. So this is the build phase. Ooh, this feels pretty good. Oh, Thomas! Oh, give me a splash. Come on. Just a splash. We are in the middle of the ocean. What is that? I don't care about stuff like that too much, but yeah, we should probably fix that. Looks really good. Definitely Unreal just because of the volumetrics. Defend the rig, huh? I need to go find a weapon. Wait, I just saw something. How do I equip a weapon? Where's my gun? Oh, I have to right click. Okay. So you can't really see your weapon, which is interesting. But maybe I'm just missing something here. So what are these guys doing? I can't shoot. I can't shoot. What? So when I click, you have to wait. You have to reload every single time. So you have to press R every time. What? I'm not sure exactly what's going on. So are these enemies? There's no sound and I can't get hurt. Am I missing something here, guys? The atmosphere is really cool. I survived one wave, eliminating 2 enemies, dealing 500 damage. You spent $0 in the process. Worth. What? Okay. No, you're not wrong. If it's tower defense, it's tower defense. I'm just trying to figure it out. Let's see here. And y'all can help me here. Build phase. Okay. So what do we do? Sorry, I'm kind of new to this genre. So I'm trying to figure it out. Do I have money? I have $1,000. Okay. Upgrade 320. Okay. What just happened? I don't know what happened here. I spent money and I have no idea what happened. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Game looks great, feels great, sound is good. The enemies can't hurt me though, so that's just really interesting to me. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What is happening? The reload should happen automatically. If it's a single shot rifle, it should reload automatically. Okay, so the death sounds should be louder, and I should get full clarity that I killed something. Yeah, that should be much louder. And I would remove the emissive material from them after they're dead, just to make it pretty clear that they're dead. We're gonna figure this out, guys. Thomas doesn't play tower defense games, so we're gonna figure this out. Wave 2, build phase. So I got some money. I got $771. So this is fun in terms of making money. I do like that. All right. Press K to start the next wave. Upgrade $600. Rifle upgrade. Okay. Cool. So I could buy that. I just don't know why the wave starts. when I haven't pressed K. See, it just starts. So I guess there's a timer. So I can upgrade my rifle here if I want. Okay. Good. So the goal is to defend this, I think. And I can, oh, okay, I upgraded his health. So there's no sound and no indication that that thing is getting hurt. So that's a little odd. So I would definitely add number one, the sound of the attack, but also make that flash when it gets hit. Okay, so it's at 150 health. It's about to die. So, okay, well, let's keep upgrading. I do like the loop. I think this could actually be really, really fun. I think that upgrade 660. I don't know where I put turrets though, but this is the rifle upgrade. Get to level 2, $678. I guess you just have to be really quick here. I don't know where to put turrets. I kind of like the setting. I kind of like the setting a lot. I like the loop. I think this is actually a really cool concept. Here comes the wave. Okay, so yeah, some kind of timer there would be great. But yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade this. Wait, what's the price? Oh, 660. It's right there in front of my face. All right, let's go. Press 1 or 2 to build towers. Okay, got it. Got it. Ooh, I like it. That felt good. Can I build a tower right here? Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. So, I forgot about this. I forgot completely about 1 or 2. It just completely slipped my mind. I always say this, guys. Treat every player, when you're building your game, treat every player like they're stupid. Like me. And hopefully people will be able to figure out your game. Okay, so you could 1 or 2 is how you do it. We need some kind of indicator there that tells me to do that. Now I know. So that's a stun turret. So yeah, when I hover over this, it should tell me which one I can get. A stun turret or whatever I just placed over there. Okay. Cool. Actually, really do like this. It's just that the teaching is a little rough, and also the feedback. So like the sound of the enemies getting hurt, the sound of this getting hurt. These are all, and the fact that this is my priority. I think this is my priority. Also, make sure that it reloads automatically. There we go. I wish the music got more intense the more enemies came. So let's say what you would do, the way I like to do it in the game I'm working on, is there's a counter for how many, or a list, like an actual list, capital L, in Unity, and every enemy that gets near the player gets added to the list. If the list count is greater than, say, 5, the volume of the second layer of music, maybe the percussion, that starts to fade in. So it's just a condition based on how many enemies are on that list. When they die, they're removed from the list. So as we get, let's say we get only one enemy, then one enemy's left after killing 5, then the music goes back down to just this. So that could be a great way to build tension for the game. Yeah, I am pressing R. You can only shoot one bullet at a time, which is fine, I guess. Look, I love that. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. I like it. Oh man, that's great. Hey, bud. Okay, so sometimes it auto reloads, sometimes it doesn't, which is interesting to me. I don't know why. I think you have to. Oh, you got to let go of right click. I got it. Got it. Not necessarily. I don't know what. I don't fully understand the gun because I have to let go of right click for it to reload. Kind of strange. That should just happen automatically. Okay, let's buy some health for our rig. What are we at? Our health is 440 out of 500. I think we're okay. Let's buy a turret. I don't know how much turrets cost though. So I'm sitting here thinking, how much is this going to cost me? Okay, apparently it costs 250. What about this? Yeah, that's a problem. But hey, it's a demo. RNG based reloading. Is that what it is? The style of reloading? Oh, I can see my feet. I like that. These are cool. Add a little bit of a lerp there and it'll... Maybe it's not the lerp. Maybe it's already lerping, I mean. Ooh! Oh, we got a new enemy type. Yeah, I want to hear sounds of the attacks. All right, we need to buy some health for our little fella here. Okay, not enough money to buy health. We got 180 bucks. Can't climb ladders. It's kind of odd. If you can't climb ladders, get rid of the ladder. Yeah, there's not a lot down here, I don't think, to do. So I don't really know what the point of this area is down here. I kind of wonder if there needs to be more of a point. Maybe it'll be there's multiple things to defend here in a minute, but that's just an observation I have right now. He's crawling on, like... He's able to crawl up nothing right there. That's kind of odd. Yeah, what do you guys think? How do we feel about this game? It's hard for me to offer full critique because it feels foreign to me. But it was fun. I had a good time. I did. I just think it felt a little foreign to me, and I'm not sure if that's the game's fault or that's my fault. So it's hard for me to offer critique about that. Yeah. Thomas, sound, camera, and video is desynced. Let's try something here. Check 1 2 1 2. So what do we think, guys? What do we think about that? Good for a prototype, bad for a demo. You guys said the video is desynced. Are we good here? It definitely is lacking juice. It definitely is lacking some of that juicy juice. What's some juice that this game could have that would make okay, if I were to spend a weekend making this game, you know, a B+, because I would say right now it's like a C. If I were to make this a B+, the enemies would have this sound. I'll show you. I'll show you guys. You guys want to see this? This is going to help you a lot. Okay, is it fixed? I kind of want to do this. And I don't know. I guess I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. If I can do a screen recording with OBS, I could show you guys what I would do here. Okay, I can open up OBS here. Skip. And I can record game footage really quick here. I'm going to put it to my desktop. And what I'm going to do, guys, I think you might really like this. I think you're going to learn a lot from this. And by the way, for those of you who are just joining us, be sure to check out Full-Time Game Dev below, which is currently 50% off for the Black Friday sale. So if you want to learn not only how to make games in Unity, Godot, or Unreal, but also learn how to hit the Steam front page, how to get funded from publishers, how to get funded from Kickstarter, how to do 2D art, how to do 3D art, how to do YouTube content and build an audience, how to reach out to streamers and get streamers to play your game, and my tricks on getting streamers to play my games. I've done all of this stuff, and so I teach it in this massive course. It's 50% off right now, so if you want to make 2026 a year where you really get into game dev and you really decide that you want to, you know, build a game from your bedroom or from your home office or your studio, whether you're a student or working full time, this is the course for you. You're going to learn a ton. I have over 4,500 students, so check it out below. This sale does end in 13 days, and there is less than 90 seats available currently. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and record this game, and I'm going to record, let's see here, one sec. Yep, I'm going to record this game with OBS. Good. And I'm just going to play a little bit. And then I'm going to bring it into Adobe Premiere, and I'm going to show you guys why sound is so important and why UI is so important. So let's just do like one round, okay? I'm going to record it really quick here. And I want to show you why music and sound is so important. In fact, I'm going to turn off the music here because I want to show you guys what different kinds of music could do here. Am I trying to show off to the developer? No. Am I trying to help the developer? Yes, I'm trying to help the developer. Do I think that I'm better than the developer? No. Do I think I have certain strengths? Yeah, and I want to show. I want to show how we could use sound to really make this game look a lot better. So let me actually change my video capture, my screen. Sorry, it's recording the wrong one. There we go. Okay, here we go. Here comes the first wave. So I'm recording my screen right now, and then I'm going to bring it into a Premiere and show you guys all the different effects that we can do to make this game feel so much better. I want to loot the bodies. So I'm going to point at the screen here so we can hear it. We'll add this later. We'll do death sounds as well. Okay. So that's all I'm going to record, and we're going to open up Adobe Premiere, and I want to show you guys how we can help the developer here and make this feel so much better. So much better. Okay, you guys ready? Let's open up Adobe Premiere. And by the way, if you're a student in one of my programs, let me know in the chat what you think about the program, and I'll give you a shout out. You want a sound effects audio course. Hey, any ways I can make more money from you guys, I'm happy to do it. All right, here we go. So let me open up Premiere here and pull this file in. We're going to use artlist.io. I don't recommend artlist.io. I mean, it's great quality, but it's going to cost, I'm going to say it out loud. I won't say the exact number because I don't know if I signed an NDA or not. You're going to spend more than $5,000 trying to license your game from artlist.io. Seriously. It's brutal. I mean, I sort of dug too deep before realizing. I added a bunch of sounds into my game before I realized that they're going to charge that. But we're going to go ahead and use it here. There's other sound places, obviously. You can even use freesound.org. So let me go ahead and open up Premiere here. And this is, you guys are, I promise you, you're going to learn a ton here. Reveal sequence in project, duplicate. I'm just going to create a new sequence. Okay, this is going to be so cool. And I really think it's going to help the developer a lot. All right, you guys ready? All right, let's bring in the file. Oh, geez. Why didn't it record? Son of a bee. Where did it record? Mother effer. Downloads game. Okay, good. It did record. Thank God. Here we go. Of course it's an MKV. Of freaking course it's an MKV. Why? Hang on one sec. VLC. We gotta convert it now. We're gonna convert it to MP4 and click start. There we go. So we're gonna let that freaking convert. I have no idea why OBS loves MKV. Maybe I'm just stupid and I don't understand why MKV is valuable. But anyway, let's see here. Is the conversion occurring? Okay, converting file. Glad we had VLC installed. Oh, yeah, exactly. Classic OBS. Hey, let's do an MKV. Oh my word. It did it again. It did it again. Hang on. It said MP4. Let's see here. Convert that to an MP4. Save as an MP4. Start. All right, here we go. Okay, good. Yay, Thomas wins again. Here we go. You guys ready? Let's start with sound and music. All right? Hey, Thomas. Let's start with sound. What I'm going to do is go to artlist.io. And we're just going to go to music. And I don't like my music to come from stock sites because streamers, they will get flagged. Copyright strikes. But Thomas, it's licensed for my game. Yeah, it's licensed for your game. It's not licensed for that YouTube channel. And so the YouTuber will get flagged and then they won't play your game. Or they'll be de-incentivized to play your game. Okay, here we go. Music. Tense action music. Or sci-fi or something. We need to look for sci-fi. Let's do sci-fi. It needs to have a horror tension to it. No. 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 Sci-fi. Horror. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's it. All right, so how would we do this in a game? What would we do? Well, what we would do is we would have layer 1 that loops, this layer here, and then we would have this layer here, and then this layer here. And they would be stacked on top of each other in Unity, and they would play by default and loop. But the volume would be 0. If 0 enemies is following, the first layer goes up to, like, let's say 0.5. The second layer would go up to 0.5 and the other two would go down when you have 3 enemies. Then when you have like 7 enemies, we go full blast with the third layer. Now you can stack 3 layers and have them play all at once. But what I like to do is just go layer 1 is a priority and then it shifts to the next layer and the other 2 mute. That way I don't have syncing issues. I guess you could use Fmod if you really wanted to. But let's start with the music, okay? I think you guys are going to really learn a ton, okay? Stick around through this part, seriously. I think this is one thing that I sometimes I act confident and I might not actually know what I'm talking. Well, I think I know what I'm talking about, but in this case, I really know what I'm talking about. I'm like 99% sure about music and sound. So here, let's go to this. We'll start with this. So when the wave starts, it needs to do that, okay? So the wave starts right here. I'm just going to pretend the wave starts right here, okay? Here we go. I'm going to put wave 1 on there because I don't know where wave 1 was. But I'm just going to say wave 1 begins. And this helps a lot, by the way. Doing all this in Premiere, you don't have to code anything. You can just put it in Premiere just to see how it feels, right? So a great way to practice game feel and juice is actually just to do it in a video editing software. So right when the music starts, we want to do this. Okay, we're going to increase the volume here. All right, here we go. Turn this down a little bit here. Sorry, guys. You always want things to be around -6. If it goes over -6, try and bring it down. So we're in a balancing issue here where the sound effects of the game are a little too loud. So we're gonna have that go a little earlier. Right here. We can just duplicate this and loop it. Yeah, no, the thunder is way too loud. We'll bring it forward a little bit here. So that needs to be cut, just like that, brought here. There we go. And when the last enemy dies, we do a crescendo out. There we go. So this right here, you'd have a stinger that plays at the end. Watch. And then that's where you would have the wave finished right here. Wave complete. And watch, you could play like a bonus money sound or some kind of sound effect that's like a reward. Ding, 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 like a bell or something. What could we do? Oh, we could also do a warning siren when the wave starts. You want to give every indication to the player. You're trying to tell the player what to feel. That's what juice really is. Juice is basically manipulation, telling the player, hey, this is how you should feel right now. Watch. And then you would just fade this out here. And then we'll do it a little bit slower. Boom, 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 boom. We'll do 2 layers. What I like to do, and I'll do this in one single sound file. It's not something you have to do in Unity. I'll just do one that's lower to give it like this subtle echoey vibe and have it fade out even more. Okay, here we go. We'll do it right here. And this, guys, this is so important because what I'm able to do here is quickly tweak stuff to see how it feels. And now I know, okay, having the alarm sound play immediately when the music begins and then have the title come on screen feels really good. Watch. Here, I'm going to do this actually. I'm just going to create a lingering echo of the same pitch. So it lasts longer. We'll do right here. Okay, you guys ready for the next step? Let's give some personality to the player. It's so simple. I don't have to put that on the character controller, right? I don't have to put that anywhere. I could put it right in the siren sound. I could have a siren sound that also plays breathing. It could all be baked into one single file, right? But I'm just going to put that in here as well. Give the player a sense of place. Give them a sense of possessing the body of the player. So here's some breathing to make us feel like, oh man, this is starting. Just creating fear here. We'll stop it here, fade it out. And now, hey, now that we've got the music working in our favor, now we can get some monster sounds. Okay, so watch this. Monster growl. Hello, what does the full-time game dev course offer? The link is below, and you can sort of scrub through and see what it offers, but it offers a ton of stuff. I mean, I would say it's probably the most comprehensive game dev course, and it's taught by an actual game dev who's making his 3rd commercial release right now. So yeah, it teaches how to pitch to publishers. It teaches about how to get funded on Kickstarter with just a demo, how to hit the Steam front page, how to get wish lists, how to get press coverage. That's the business side. There's also the development side. Unity, Godot, or Unreal, take your pick, 2D or 3D. There's also a free 2D art course, free 3D art course, free YouTube course, which teaches how to do YouTube devlogs, and a free course on how to reach out to streamers. So that's all included for free because of the Black Friday sale. So check it out below, and I'll give you a shout out tomorrow in the live stream. How about this? Alien growl. You want it to have that sci-fi. Here we go. So I always like to play a sound when an enemy first sees a player. Now you don't do it for every enemy. What you do is if the enemy's following list is 0, then you play the sound when the first one arrives on the list. So the first encounter, play the sound. So this one, definitely want to play this. And you test this. You go, okay, well maybe I wanted to play every second enemy that sees the player. Well, we could test it in Premiere. So right here we go. The enemy sees the player here. It sounds a little too close. So this we can mimic a YouTube, not a YouTube, a reverb zone. That would be used in Unity, but we're just going to make it super wet. Turn it up. And then he's going to go, right? So the thing about hurt sounds that you want to do. Hurt sounds, what you want is you want an impact. And you also, so oftentimes you'll have like a long tail sound like this, but you need an impact sound as well. So let me make sure I set up the sound properly so you guys can hear this. File, edit preferences. Let's go to our output here. For some reason, actually, no, it's right here. Recording, playback device. You guys can't hear it, can you? I'm not sure why you can't hear it. Let's see. Maybe you can. Can you hear this? I can't hear it either. Well, there you go. Oh. So let's do this here. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. So watch this. That's not that doesn't feel like I just got impacted. So watch this. Son of a bee. Hold on. You want it quick impact. Let's try again. We're peaking, so let's turn the volume down. Okay. Peaking. Good. You want both. You want both. Okay. And we're going to grab this here and just pull it there. We're going to create multi-pitch. That's fine by me. This is a little long tail. The tail is a little long, so what I'm going to do is maybe do something like this. The tail's too long. Hold on. There we go. And then blood splatter. You want that fleshy impact. Anytime you hit those enemies, I want to hear foo, fa, 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 foo, fa. There we go. There's one, and then we're going to do flesh hit. There we go. That's it. And honestly, you should probably do an indicator on the screen, a red flash when you hit an enemy. It'll feel so much better. I'll show you guys what I mean here. So here we go. This is the punch sound. Guys, you can also get away with adding delay to stuff. So for example, watch this. I can take all this and, you know, I would recommend if you're going to do this stuff, you don't bake all of this, but I'm going to bake it in the case of just for this video. But I would have this be one sound and then this be another sound. But you can add a delay in Unity if you wanted to, like a subtle yield. Watch this. That is actually really, for some reason that works. And then we'll do that blood splatter. But you can play with that delay in Unity. Blood splatter. You guys ready? Here we go. We're going to do a little bit of a blood splatter. Right here. Right here. We're going to merge these two together. It's a little too loud. We want to be at -6, okay? We're going to I'm going to bake all these in and bring this down a little bit here. We don't want to peak. There we go. Okay, something like that. We're just going to call this hit enemy 1. And we're going to see how it feels. It's a very quick way to play with sound design. So we got a hit here, right there. We're going to put it right here. Yep. We're going to turn it up loud. Add a little bit of a reverb, of course. This is sort of pretending that we're in Unity. Here, let's turn that up and see how it sounds. And we'll do another one, okay? One more sound of the... And what's cool is you could take what we had and just do another one. Just a subtle variation, okay? We'll do lower pitch here. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and go back and I'm going to find one more alien hurt sound or alien growl sound. And we'll obviously do one of me. So while those load up here, I'm going to do another one of Thomas. Good. Thomas, that sounds like a human. Well, just add a little bit of a pitch shift. There we go. And then... Yes. And what we need is we're going to need a death sound as well. But let's go ahead and throw this one in. Right here. And we want this to play just a split second after the hit. I don't know why I like that delay. Something feels really good with that delay. I'm going to merge all these together just so I can control the volume a little bit better. Good. And export that. As long as it's not peaking, it's not really peaking. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's fine for this stream. Export that, and then we're just going to go ahead and throw that in, guys. You ready? Here we go. That's great. What I like to do with death sounds is I like to do a very long, sort of 60% maybe, maintain the audio pitch and do a big old fat reverb on it to create some sort of almost magical reward that makes the player feel like they got something. Feel that? See? Okay, so let's feel this out. Ready? Guys, already like 20 times better. Let me show you what I mean by an indicator really quick. This stuff is really important. Some kind of, what you want to do is you want to tell the player what's happening, and you want to do it in as many ways as in the most effective ways possible until they get it. If a player doesn't know, if they're like, man, I don't really know if I shot the enemy or not, you keep adding sound and feedback and feedback and feedback until they get it. Until they know, hey, I'm making an impact. My gun is actually doing something. You really want the player to know that they're doing something. That's the whole point of a game. Letting the player know, hey, I'm doing something here. I'm making an impact. We're going to do that. Maybe scale it up a little bit. And just a subtle indicator here. And you might be wondering, well, okay, do I need to animate this? Do we have it fade out, or do we have it just disappear? When does it appear? How does it appear? These are all things you could obviously program. Or you could just put them in Premiere and sort of do a quick prototype. I think a lot of people underestimate the value. Even I do. I underestimate the value of just saying, you know what, I'm going to put this in Premiere for just like 5 seconds and test this out before I commit to programming it. So watch this. Here we go. We got a shot here. Look, we'll put it right there. Dissolve. Thomas, okay, well, you know how to do this in Premiere, but you can't do it in a game. Well, all this stuff is just stuff I've done in Twisted Tower. That's all this is. This is all just stuff I did in Twisted Tower. I kind of want to shift the color here. It's a little vibrant. It's too big. These tiny little things matter. They really do. We'll do one more here. And you can even do a double flash maybe to indicate you killed him. And you can maybe even go bigger. You could probably go bigger here just for this, and then shrink it down for the death sequence, you know? You could go like this. And then fade it out. We'll do a full fade. And then we'll do you want to, so you want to test, you go, okay, do we need it to lerp or smooth? Do we need easing? Well, let's test it out in Premiere. Yeah, it looks like we need a lerp, and we also need it to go down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so ready to see it, guys? Here's sort of the flavor that we're going for here. That doesn't feel scary enough, does it? So that's why I just, again, I love using Premiere here. I can just go in here and say, well, let's try out this red color here. Oh, cool. I like that font. But let's do Montserrat light and then bold here. That's cool. Okay, let's feel this out here. We'll do a hit here. We need some kind of alien horde sounds. All we need... Yep, all we need is sort of this looping sound. And what you do is you have this sound attached to every enemy, but this is the key part. What you do is you have a function that starts the sound at a random point so that they're never synced. A safeguard against this, a failsafe, is to also set the pitch to 0.9 to 1.1 randomly on start. So not only are you getting the sound to start at a random point, but you're also getting the pitch to be subtly different so that every enemy is always going to have a little bit of a different sound. You make it 3D so that it only plays when you get near an enemy. And then when you have 5 enemies, you hear all that. You hear. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. This will make it seem a little bit scarier. I'm just going to go into Audacity here. But if you can't tell, I love this stuff. I love this stuff more than I love, well, everything. I love this the most out of anything. Let's see here. Let's open up this sound here. And you want them to be playing at sort of random intervals. And then you also maybe want to do a little bit of a Paul stretch underneath it. Just so that you don't... Son of a... Stop it! Oh, Mom! Okay. So what you do is you do a Paul stretch here. And we're going to do something like 3. And then we're going to fade. Good. And then we're going to have this fade here. And that fade out, and then this goes in here. You just want it to be this sort of swelling sensation with all these different sounds merged together. We can do it again here. Sort of fill in the gaps. Almost like it's demonic. We'll do a pitch shift. There we go. Okay, and watch this. You take this, make sure we put a hard limiter on it because we don't want it to peak. This kind of stuff, I feel like we probably want to do some compression as well. Yeah, so we're just limiting it so that it all sounds very static. Here we go. These subtle sounds are what makes this game come alive. We'll put left and then right. You guys hear that? Oh, sorry, you're on stereo. Well, no, you're on stereo. Yeah. Merge all these together. Okay. You might be wondering, how do I get this to loop perfectly, Tom? Well, what you do is this. Cut out the beginning, fade out the end. take the beginning, put it over here, and then reverse it. Special, reverse, and then fade in. And as long as it's perfectly here and they're both the same volume, it's going to be a perfect loop. See? And I'll show you. I'm going to take this to make sure we're not peaking. We're around -6, which is good. Export, browse. We're going to call this alien loop. Alien loop, export, and then we're going to go into Premiere here. And then go to our alien loop here and just going to start putting it in here. So you could take one of these and attach it to the enemies. And then as long as they're different pitches and they're starting at random points when we hit play, and as long as it's 3D audio source, it's going to feel like a congregation when you have all of them surrounding the player. Stop it here. And here's what I mean. If I take this and I set it to 90, speed, set it to 60. And I'll turn all this down so it mixes better with the sound. We'll make one of these higher pitched. Okay? Hang on, guys. We're almost there. And then we'll play the next game. That one right there. And then we'll add the breathing sound. And you could bake this breathing sound into the end of the wave. But all you gotta do is that. Right? Oh, it's that one right there. Sorry. It's gonna be this right here. This one right here. Gonna have to loop this so that it plays properly. And don't forget about the value of a war win or round complete stinger. Let's do this. War drums. And actually, this will probably be in the sound effects. Some kind of war drums. There you go. I've told you. Da 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 da. Who knows that one? Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. And we'll just put this breathing here. Oh man, that feels great, Thomas. Thank you. We'll do a 150 here of this looping sound. You just want them to scale and scale and scale. Let them keep going until that final moment. You want it to crescendo. And we'll put that after. It'll stop. Whoa, baby. Got some chills. All right, here we go. So all I need to do really quick is make sure those gun sounds are properly being played. I also need to master this really quick or fix the mix. We also need hit sounds. I'm going to do hit sounds in a sec. There we go. So I'm going to do this one here. Shoot. Hang on one sec. I need to get a little bit more room here for my sounds. Da 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 da. So that one was a little much. So we're going to do just that. This one we're going to make it like 90%. Right there. We'll go back up just a little bit. I promise this is gonna be worth it, guys. What was the other one we had? I think it was it here? Yeah. Oh, and we had the reticles as well. And if anybody knows the developer and they feel like the developer would help, this would help the developer, feel free to send it to him. And I may not be a smart man, but I'm pretty good with game feel. That's my thing. That's one of my things. And even game design, I'm not good at game design, but I'm really good at feel and like aesthetic and sound and stuff. So that's that. I like to spend time on this stuff to sort of share it. I'm gonna save this I'm just gonna save it on my downloads, and I'm just gonna call this game feel test. Okay, and let's go ahead and grab another one here. This one's good. That one here. Right here, another one. We're just using 2 sounds. We'll change the pitches in a sec. Right here. There we go. And this is where we'll do that big one, right? With tons of reverb. Okay. We're going to master this, I promise, in terms of the volume. But one final thing we need is we need a mechanical crunch. So some kind of metal crunch, like a sound. Oh, the hit markers. You're right. I forgot the hit markers. Y'all didn't know games were made in Adobe Premiere? That's a little too late. There we go. And then crunching metal sound. That's good enough for me. That's another one. Good. And we'll just take these 2 and create. When in doubt, make it an impulse. Up. Okay, you don't need it to be. Okay, we're not scratching the metals back. It's a hit. Okay, so it's like this. Like that. And we'll do this as well. A little hit there. And then this one. We need one more oomph sound, something heavy. That one is good. This is actually really important. Like this is especially important in this game. We'll just do a quick impulse there. And we'll do a low hit sound. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, that's good enough for me, man. Let's mix and render that down. Good enough for me. By the way, the tail end of debris shattering is what makes this sound A+. Well, it's like a B+. But you're going to want about 3 of those variations. We're not going to do that here. We'll just do pitch shifts. And then I'll master this in a sec so we can feel it with the game sound as well. But let's see here if we can just create some kind of feedback here for when we first get a hit right there, something like this. Right there. We'll do a pitch shift there, 80%. And I'll just put a couple of them here. I'm not going to do every single one. We'll do one there as well. One here as well. Yeah. So you'd need a lot of random sounds here and all of them be 3D to make it work. What you want to hear is okay. To master this properly, what we're going to do, this is the challenge here. We're going to take this sequence, this one right here, and I wish I could nest this, but I can't. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't nest it. What you could do is just bring this up. And then I could take this and create a new sequence. I'm going to duplicate this sequence. And then just bring in the other one and then bring the volume down, basically. I think that'll do, Donkey. What do you guys think? Okay, here we go. You guys ready? You ready for the final result? And by the way, I would add a little bit of contrast to the game. Sorry, I know I'm getting a little controlling here. And I would make the shadows a little bit greener. And then I would bring up the warmth of the midtones. Sorry. So that's before, this is after. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm not perfect. Okay, let's watch it at full screen here. Hey, it's actually a little bit too much contrast. I think the contrast might have been fine, actually. What needs it to be increased? Something needs to be increased. I don't know what it is. It might be the highlights. Yeah. Oh, you guys want full screen for the full effect, for the final result of Thomas Brush's live tutorial, free of charge. That's all I got for you. Okay, so that's what it is there. And then we'll do a before as well. This is not to flex. Okay, I'm not the one making the game. I haven't put any of this in this game, and it's going to be a challenge. It will be. I could probably get all this done, this game feel stuff, in like maybe 6 or 7 hours. And I'm not just BSing like this, because all this stuff I've done, and it's a pain in the butt. But I could probably do it in 6 hours. So I guess I'm saying that so that people realize that I'm not asking for the moon here. I think it's pretty straightforward to add this feedback. So here's before. Let's go to where it was, right here. So here's before. So it's like there's not really a lot of tension here, you know? And there's no personality to the enemies. You know, just like, okay. I mean, it's a cool concept, but I don't feel tension. So here's some color grading, and here's sound and music. And I'll do one more, and then we'll move on to the next game. Yeah, I would lean into the horror if I was the developer. Yeah. Here's what's crazy. I think most people, if they didn't know what we just did there, most people would think, oh man, you added so many more enemies. And the enemies are so much smarter now. And there's so much more tension now. Did you speed up the enemies? They seem faster. Nope. It's all sound. All of it is sound. So how do we feel about this, guys? Was that helpful? I hope so. Let's move on to the next thing. And just remember, guys, if you want to learn like you did just now, but you want to go even harder, and you want to learn how to pitch to publishers, you want to learn how to get funding for a demo on Kickstarter or through publishers, or hit the Steam front page, or get streamers to play your game, how to stay motivated, how to come up with great game ideas, how to code, how to build games in Unity, Godot, or Unreal, whether it's 2D or 3D, 2D art, 3D art, all of it. If you want to learn that, and you also want to support the channel and support the final phase of development for Twisted Tower, check out, and it's another ad read, I know, but check out the Black Friday sale, 50% off, and all these courses for free. So click the link below, check it out, and I'll give you a big fat shout out tomorrow, like I did with Benji, Leonardo, James, Serge, Bryce, Thomas, Michael, D-Bert, 3D, Michael, and Christopher. Sorry, I read that very backwards, but yeah. Okay, let's move into the next game here. Guys, is it just me, or are we having fun today? I feel like we're having a really good time. I actually might take that and turn that into a video. Would you guys like that to be like a dedicated upload on my channel, where we sort of supercut that? That might be really helpful for people. Okie dokie. Repurpose it for a video? Morgan? That's a great idea. I'll see if Jordy can do it. I love sound. I love sound. I could play with sound all day. I love sound. We could go to The Night is Long. Are you guys ready? The Night is Long is a short. You don't need to tell me that. Just I could tell by the fact that it's free. I don't like qualifiers is that an adjective? Adjectives like this in there's two things I don't like in a description. The title, it's right here and it's right here. I don't need this. This is wasting time. And I don't need this. All I need is a first-person horror game about a grieving man following a ghostly vision into an abandoned mansion. Uncover dark secrets, survive atmospheric horror, and face your past through exploration puzzles and subtle scares. Subtle, that kind of turns me off. Okay, here we go. It's too dark. Oh, I love lock puzzles. Something terrible happened in this place. That was weird capitalization there. Is this in this mansion? I love mannequins. Give me mannequins, baby, all day. I don't like flashlight games. Ooh! Are we gonna play... What's that movie called? What's the horror movie where What's the horror movie where they go to What's the horror movie where they go down this What's the horror movie where they go down the stairs into the What's the horror movie where they go down the stairs into the dungeon? I'm gonna figure it out. B. Babadook, Babadook, Bazooka. Barbarian. I knew it. Let's go. You guys ready to play? Jody, you shouldn't make fun of stuff like that. Oh my. No, I want to go full screen, but at least we've got a custom cursor. Really? Developer, I love you. Come on. Hi there. Thank you so much for downloading my game. Before you jump in, here are a few things to keep in mind. Game is designed to be short, no checkpoints, and if you're not sure where to go, check the map. Sanity meter doesn't kill you. Wait, who is this? Do I know this person? I will say, this game already feels good. I would argue that this developer, for all of the faults that I've just talked about, this developer actually has a pretty strong sense of atmosphere and tone. I don't know why. It's just something about this feels pretty good. Like, that's great. Well, it was. There we go. Whoa. Oh! Okay. That's the magic trick. Wingardium Maximosa. I'm just joking with you, Joda. Oh, this is great. Okay, sorry. Pay attention. Voice acting Terrence Nicholson. Concept artist Fliana something. Game by Petros Kitsaris. The rain sound isn't great. I need to hear. Press left mouse click to interact with the radio. I don't want to listen to any radio right now. Ah! A naked girl. You know,
Tonight, I gazed at death. It was right in front of me.
use the same
Yeah.
font.
I wasn't afraid of it. On the contrary, it gave me peace.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm just dazed. This road, it asks nothing of me but to step on the pedal. That's the reason I chose it. To get away for a while.
This
To
is so
feel something.
human.
To not be in an empty house. But then, I saw her. It had been 5 months, but she hadn't changed a bit. She's there just staring at me. Her eyes, just like before, they're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Strange. When I try to approach her, she moves away. I thought she would be happy to see me. Maybe she wants to play a game?
Do you want to play?
She went into that building. I need to follow her. I'm not losing her again.
I kind of love this. Most of that looked hand-drawn and didn't look like AI. In fact, nothing feels AI about this game. I think there might have been one image there that was AI. I could be wrong, but most of that looked hand-drawn, which just means so much to me. With as janky as some of these graphics are, and like even this is pretty janky looking. There's something that's just really cathartic about playing something that feels handmade. Click any button to continue. Pay attention to your sanity, the lower it... Okay. Oh, let's open this door! Okay, so it's super dark. Please tell me there's a brightness. There's not. It's so important. So I understand that this is a free game, but it's so important because I can't play the game. It's so dark. I know that asset. This is the Victorian Manor asset pack on the Unity Asset Store. Yeah, all of these are... It's fine. It's not a problem. It's okay to use assets. But I'm just trying to flex at this point. Doo-doo-doo. There's nothing better than looking out windows in a horror game. Oh, I love that. Is it the girl that I saw? Gotta let me increase the brightness. This is too dark. I love this so much. Thank you, Lord, for great games. Let your name be praised. I know that asset too, because I was like, why is the back white? I remember flipping that asset, and I think I had to go into Blender and assign a UV to it. Good use of sound triggers, man. This is great. Well, well, well. Who would have thought? And that is tropey, but I love that. I love tropes. I'm all for it. Give me more tropes. Give me more tropes. In fact, if you want to see these assets used, there's a video I made called Remaking Resident Evil Village, and I used this asset pack. It's a really good asset pack. I'm just trying to flex that I know the asset pack. I'm trying to figure out why those are black. I guess it's just because there's no light. Like literally no ambient light, no directional light. And I think this game could use if I were the developer, what I would do is I would increase the ambient light very subtly. And the ambient light is in the lighting tab, and you just do either a color or the skybox, or just crank it up just a little bit, just a tiny bit, so it's not pitch black. And then turn the fog on so that the fog is black. And so you basically what you do is you have a subtle visibility, but it tapers off into blackness, and you wouldn't see down that hall. The door seems to be blocked from the other side. I told you this developer knows what they're doing. You give me a sound trigger like that, and it plays a sound like a stinger. You guys have no idea how infrequent that is with indie devs. But that stuff is crucial. It's absolutely crucial. To this day, I still have no idea how Catherine could sleep with such calm that night. I'm sorry I wasn't reading these. I'm just looking at the visuals. I was walking around the mansion for hours, simply thinking about what we would call the baby, how we would raise it. Mormon, Catholic, Buddhist, atheist. I didn't really find any answers. All I know is that I had never been more excited. What religion shall we raise you? Oh, what was it? I forget. Do you guys remember the code? What was it? What? Thank you. A stone bearing a drawing that represents love. Dad? That's great. Good job. Horror games are all about triggered sequences or scripted sequences. Some volumetric fog could do wonders. Yep, it could. That's from Firefooter. Guys, I want you to take note of the triggered scripted events or scripted sequences where the music changes, or there's a knock, or something shifts, or there's a flicker. These things are so important. Every like 30 seconds to 5 minutes, you got to do something like that constantly. A dusty old phone with horror games and linear games. Otherwise, the players get bored. I want to raise the baby. Let's go find it. Let's go find that cute little baby. Yay! That gave me a jump. I got a thrill up my thigh. When the time came, I held her in my arms. I couldn't believe it. Arriving at the mansion, Anna, the housekeeper, was waiting for us outside to meet her. I gave her a tour, showed her all the rooms from top to bottom, the garden, the backyard, and every hidden spot I loved. Catherine must have thought I was crazy. She hadn't even opened her eyes yet. But what can I say? I was so happy I didn't care. Good storytelling here so far, guys. Hey, look at that. We got fog. See, this is the problem. When you use fog for the outside, which is that green, I could see it down that hall, which is fine, I guess. It's not horrible. But I would make the interior fog black. And then I would increase the ambient light. This makes it feel like it's morning. Well, shit. Sorry. Oh. Sorry. I am a Christian. I'm sorry I said that. I'm scared now. There's something so wonderful about this game. This game should have been $5. Do we agree? $5? No. Chef's kiss. I told you. I saw the main menu and I said, this developer knows what they're doing. Guys, it's janky. It's not perfect. The art is very varied and kind of cluttered, but it has depth that a lot of indie titles just don't have. There's substance. Yeah, $5, man. They should have charged $5. Hope didn't last long. Just 4 months after what happened. It was like I was looking at the same thing. But there was no time to call for help. It just ended in a single night. I just watched as Nora gave her last breath, unable to do anything. I will never forget that image. Oh, shit. Nora. I just remember every night laying here, coming up with stories, coming up with fairy tales, telling jokes with my little girl. And now you're just in the shadows. Well, there's a key. A key marked with the letter X, baby doll. Let's go. No, not gonna happen. Great music, baby. Sorry, that scared me. Okay. Sorry, I hurt my hand just now. All right, guys. I could play this game all day. I have a play test with 3D Realms coming up for Twisted Tower. So I have to play test it first before they play test it. I gotta make sure the game is good. But hey, I wanted to say we're gonna vote. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this vote done. Sadly, we only got 2 games to vote for today. Let me go ahead and throw those up really quick. Sorry, I got to rush here because I have this. I just realized, like, crap, I have a play test here I got to do. I bet that was a lot of fun. I had a blast with you guys. Let's get this vote going. Are you guys excited to see who won? Boy, I sure am. So Bayaya, it doesn't count. Do you guys remember Bayaya? So Crude Survivor was that alien game.
When you've got
Who's excited for Christmas? Let's vote. Wait, no. I did actually hurt my hand. I gotta go to the hospital. Which game was best? Which game was your favorite? And look, when you vote for your game, you have to vote for Crude Survivor, not the one we edited. Okay? Not the one we edited. Or The Night is Long. I'm about to do this here. Crude Survivor is that alien game. Night is Long is the horror game. you have to vote based on what we saw prior to Adobe Premiere, because that wouldn't be fair to Night is Long. Go ahead and vote. I won't. Oh, that scared me, Mom. I'm not gonna make my prediction just yet. While you guys vote, one final shill of my course, Full-Time Game Dev. Check it out below. Guys, this is the biggest Black Friday sale, and I'm being dead serious. If you want to learn how to make games, but more importantly, you want to learn how to market your games, how to secure publisher deals, crowdfunding deals, how to hit the Steam front page, how to get streamers to play your game, how to make really pretty 2D art for your games or 3D art for your games. You want to learn Godot, Unity, or Unreal, you can take your pick. 2D or 3D, take your pick. If you want a comprehensive blueprint for indie game development, this is it. This is the one. Serious. And by the way, if you're a student, let me know in the chat what you think about the program. It's 50% off. This only lasts for 12 more days. There's less than 90 seats available. This is the big one. This is the big one. Black Friday is the biggest. It is always the biggest. I have 4,500 students worldwide. Guys, there's a lot of courses out there. And a lot of people teaching a lot of different things. I'm just teaching you what I've learned in the last 10 years. I'm on my 3rd commercial release, signed with 3D Realms right now. So I do know, I do know some stuff. I do know what I'm talking about. I really do. So click the link below to check it out and see if it's something you're interested in. And hey, tomorrow you will get a shout out in my live stream, and I'll say a big thank you. This supports the channel as well, guys, and it supports Twisted Tower, so that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this this poll. Actually, I'm not going to pull it up just yet. I'm not going to take a look. I'm going to guess that Night is Long is going to be something like 60, and then Crude Survivor is going to be 40. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I was close. I am smart. 68% to 30%. Congratulations to both, because I think both games had a lot of potential. Night is Long is rock solid. It's not perfect graphically, but there's a tone that it just lands. And you can see here, it's got 30 reviews. I think this game may have made 10, 20 grand. Maybe 10 grand. I could be wrong. 86%. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. It should be... No, I'm so sorry. It's free. But if it was $5, I think it would probably make like 10 grand. Rock solid game. It just feels very solid. All right, guys, I love you so much. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to jump into a playtest here.